What is going on, everybody?
Hello!
It is Pixel Partners here, and welcome back to Ace Attorney Investigations 2. When we left off,
I said hello and he made a serious voice at the exact same time.
oh god,
That was amazing.
when we left off, the president is he's revealed his true colors, and a lot of true things have come out, and it's all gone haywire from here.
That's what happened.
But now let's see what kind of secret he's been holding for us for these 23 and a half hours that we've been waiting. So, what is it? He's not being clear. Mr. President, focus. This is vital.
He's trying. Please.
I was hiding under the bed, covering my ears.
What? What? But you knew the assassination was fake.
It doesn't matter. I simply hate the sound of guns. I hear that one, pal.
Yeah.
A terrifying sound. I just can't help it. Even I'm not that bad, pal. Like, holy
that
shit.
anime sound that they do.
Yeah.
That definitely ain't going in my article.
Ahem. Knightley, you saw the president hiding under the bed. Furthermore, you could tell if the security cameras have been turned on by looking at the monitors. In that moment when the president wouldn't hear the gunshot or see the room, you had a chance to fire a third bullet at Rook. Knightley, did you really? You deceived me?
You really think I killed that moron? That's cold, Mr. President. Have a little faith in me, the bodyguard who's risking his life to protect you.
I want to believe you. I really do, but...
I just don't get it. Why are you suspecting me alone? There's still the possibility that she's the killer.
This gun is not the murder weapon. The number of missing bullets makes that clear.
Maybe it was one shot to begin with. Ever think of that?
What?
Maybe it already fired a shot yesterday or the day before. And the second shot was fired today, the one that hit Rook.
Well, isn't that just a perfect excuse?
Yes. Excuse. The possibility exists. You can't deny that.
And the possibility exists that you're a fucking unicorn. Doesn't make any more sense. But he's right. I can't deny it completely.
My first name is Horace. You need decisive evidence. Evidence so decisive that it makes my heart stop and my logic crumble. You got something like that?
Gah.
Mr. Edgeworth, can't you do anything? At this rate, Nicole will... Mr. Prosecutor. It's true, I did an awful thing for a scoop. But I never killed nobody. I could never do a thing like that.
Decisive evidence. If I could prove the murder weapon was Knightley's gun, proof it was his gun.
Yeah, it'd be great if you had the bullet that hit the balloon. Then you could examine it and see if the ballistic markings match my gun.
If we can find the bullet that took Rook's life,
Ooh.
we can determine which gun fired the shot from the ballistic markings.
Ooh. If you got no evidence, then we're done talking.
Hold it.
What? You don't seriously have decisive evidence?
Naturally.
That's a big joke. Well, come on now, show us. What is this so-called evidence?
The bullet that took Rook's life. That's the decisive evidence I need. This evidence... Do I have it? I think we do.
I don't have it.
I have a theory.
A game
now
theory?
What? We're gonna get copyrighted.
No, we're not.
Now-
Again? Do you have to tell me something?
No, it's just the fact that, last video we did the whole thing again, and I think the first time we did that, but I was like, copyright. And then, now, I think that the reason that one of the monitors is missing is because that monitor got shot.
We're on the same page.
That's my thought process on this. So I believe we do.
I was gonna say, because the missing
have
monitor
it.
hasn't been presented yet.
No, and we have a need for it at some point. I have the bullet right here somewhere.
Oh,
Never
God.
mind.
If the canary doesn't sing, just shoot it. Oh, the saying goes. That's not how the saying goes. Just as I'd hoped, I'm gonna blast a hole in you. Right in your chest.
God, no. Rook was killed here. So where did the bullet go? Come to think of it, there's one thing in this room that's always felt out of place. The bullet that took Rook's life, So I guess I don't have the bullet is what they're referring to. I figured we have like evidence of the bullet, but no, we have to be like, I don't have it.
I thought he meant, do we have it being evidence?
Yeah, that's what I thought as well. I guess they meant the bullet.
Whoops.
Oh well.
Dang it.
It's fine.
Okay, it's game over, man.
Game over, man. Game over.
Oh, God.
However, it is somewhere in this room.
What?
The bullet that killed Rook pierced through his body. So where did the bullet go? Earlier explained it like this. The bullet that took Rook's life pierced through his body and then hit the vest.
That's right. It'd be dangerous if he hadn't worn that bulletproof vest.
However, now that the fake assassination plan has come to light, we know that the bullet in the bulletproof vest was prepared earlier. So then where did the bullet go?
Interesting. Very interesting. Do you have the answer?
Do I have evidence that shows the location of the bullet that killed Mr. Rook? You betcha, pal!
Interesting.
Over on it! In this room, there's one thing that's clearly missing.
It sucks that we misunderstood because we lost a bit of life.
It's fine, we're at the end of this
Something
case,
missing. You sure it's not your brain? Oof.
I'd like you to look at the
Got
rack
him.
of... Ow. I'd like you to take a look at the rack of security monitors.
I love it when you play along because whenever Ezra says something that he doesn't usually, it's just so hilarious to me. That's you.
Oh! It seems you've noticed, Mr. President. Among these images of the plane's surroundings, only the feed from the right side of the plane is absent. That's what's missing. A single monitor. Mr. President, there was originally a monitor here, wasn't there? That's right. Why is there a stuffed toy now? That must have been put there to hide the empty space where the monitor used to be. Why is the monitor missing? And where did it go?
Ran away.
Why? Undoubtedly because it was hit by the bullet. In order to make us think that the bullet really hit the bulletproof vest, it would be a problem if another bullet hole was discovered.
So then, where did the monitor go?
Where? It should be hidden somewhere inside this plane. There hasn't been a chance to dispose of it outside since it was shot. The trapdoor. Detective Gumshoe, search this plane. Roger that, sir. He ain't gonna find it.
President Huang, you never said extraterritorial laws apply to this place. Or you said. I know why I said never said.
It's fine. I will allow it. There's no problem.
What?
I just want to know the truth of Rook's death.
Damn it! You think this is a joke? You're always like this. Rook this, Rook that. He's dead now.
Detective, we have his approval. Go ahead.
Oh, someone's a little jealous.
Mr. Edgeworth, I found it, sir.
Even in death, he'll always be better than you.
Good work, Detective. Now let's extract the bullet from the monitor. I mean, she's not wrong.
I'm Knightley's conscience.
If I do this here and then do that, I got it. Well, it's definitely stained with blood. I'm certain this is the bullet that killed Rook. Dad, I jotted down in my organizer. This is the bullet that will crush your arguments. The decisive evidence that blows a hole in your logic. If the ballistic markings on this bullet do not match the gun found in the audience area, Miss Swift would be cleared of suspicion.
He's not happy.
What's wrong? Cat got your tongue? Detective, we need to examine the ballistic markings. Send the gun and bullet to forensics. Roger, we should be able to find clear markings on this bullet, sir.
Don't call me Roger. That's not my name.
And I'm back. Now then, let's listen to the forensic report.
Oh yeah, reporting! This is gonna give every forensics person a Scottish accent. First, the blood on this bullet matches the victim's blood.
So this bullet really did take Rook's life.
Also, Horace Knightley's fingerprints were found on this gun.
Knightley's fingerprints probably came from it when he took all of our evidence.
Yeah.
The real issue is the ballistic marking. The markings don't match. This stuff would be cleared of suspicion.
And the bullet's ballistic markings match this gun.
What? They match?
What? No way! There's no mistake. The bullet was fired from this gun.
What? What?
Huh? That's strange. Looks like I was right after all. Naturally.
Okay, Revolver Ocelot, calm down there. Boom!
Did you really think you had me cornered?
Oh, I thought I had the safety on.
Oh,
Just
God.
a brain matter on the back of the plane.
Oh.
It's like, oh, God. Going to jail for that one, though, buddy.
You misread the board. There he goes. The one who's been cornered is you. Aw, snap.
It was a plot all along. Because I'm trying to figure out, because obviously you had to put the gun there at some point, but when? That's the hard thing to figure out.
Yeah.
Well, actually, wait.
If the ballistic markings match the gun, there can be no doubt.
Now, there's one thing that could possibly be, I know I'm interrupting it, but
It's fine, I'll just hold this pose. I look
but
really cool like
the
this.
guns are the same model, so the markings could match. Because I don't think guns are quote-unquote exactly like fingerprints where every single gun's ballistic marking is different.
Yes.
So like, they could have similar ballistic markings because it's the same model gun.
That's true.
But we'll let them keep going.
The bullet that killed Rook was fired from the gun you found in the audience area. We could have used the gun. Not me, because I was on stage. But what about that lady reporter in the audience? All the evidence points to that young lady as the assassin who killed Rook. Well, it's your move, Mr. Prosecutor. Where did you find this gun again? And which gun fired the bullet? At least we know. It ain't me.
Nah, this can't be happening.
The president and I have admitted to the fake assassination plot. Now it's your turn to admit who the real criminal is.
That doesn't make Nicole the criminal.
Don't get riled up, Kay. Let him have his first say. After he's done, it won't be too late to begin our counterattack.
Bite his shins.
Oh, God.
All right, Mr. Edgeworth.
I could see her biting somebody easily.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it past her if
poor
she
Kay.
really had to.
Let's see. Listen when you smash the gun, there can be no doubt.
Surprised she didn't bite Sheena when Sheena held her hostage.
For real.
Not
no,
hostage, but
that's...
just held her, you know.
Oh.
Didn't you say it earlier? This is the decisive evidence.
Gah.
Well, how does it feel to have a hole blown through your reasoning?
The ballistic markings matched the gun we found, so... Does that mean Nicole really was the shooter?
I'd like to believe otherwise. But he's got decisive evidence on his side, sir. Indeed.
You've activated my trap card.
How should I proceed? If Miss Swift isn't the killer,
Kunai with chain.
then the ballistic markings should not match. Oh dear God, why is Joey on the plane? Thoughts, Kay?
If the evidence is impossible, then maybe we should doubt the evidence itself, right?
Doubt the evidence?
Nicole's definitely not a criminal, so if the evidence says that she's a criminal, there must be something wrong with it.
You seem awfully sure of yourself.
It's a great thief's intuition.
Intuition. Still, it's quite possible. Above all, Miss Swift doesn't seem like the type of person to tell such elaborate lies.
No.
Huh. In court, the evidence is everything. And yet, here I am doubting it. Which evidence do I doubt? The gun. If anything's suspect here, wrong
Or
inflection.
you could have said neither.
Well, no, it's the gun that has to be, because there's something we have to say that is fake.
Oh.
So, if anything's suspect here, it can only be the gun. The bullet was discovered just a moment ago. It couldn't have been tampered with yet. Did Knightley have a chance to tamper with the gun? I shall hand over all the evidence you've collected so far
before
in
he
this plate at
deflated.
once.
Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, be a good boy and do as you're told.
I cannot resist any longer. Oh yeah, we had to hand him the evidence.
Oh, yeah.
He could have tampered with the gun at that time. There's no doubt that this gun is the real murder weapon. In that case, the owner of this gun is... That would be...
Horace Knightley.
He must have switched the guns. Without a doubt, this is Knightley's own gun.
Dun, dun, dun.
The bullet that killed Rook was fired from the gun you found in the audience area. No, it wasn't, pal. Huh. Knightley, you fiend.
You fiend.
You switched the guns.
You fiend.
The gun that matched the ballistic markings was yours all along.
Heh. Interesting choice of move you've made there.
The switch occurred at the time you seized the evidence, when we were arguing with the president over the investigation rights. You detached the laser sight from the gun found in the audience area, and attached it to your own gun. Then, when you returned the evidence, you gave me your own gun.
Did I do that?
Did I do that?
So, what you're saying is that I knew you'd want to examine the ballistic markings.
Indeed. Staying one move ahead of your opponent. Isn't that the fundamental rule of chess?
There he goes.
Is he still one move ahead of us? Or is this the beginning of his... nope.
I'm glad you feel that way, Mr. Prosecutor, but you're giving me too much credit. Besides, can you even prove I pulled the old switcheroo with the guns?
He's got a point.
Let's find out. Knightley's logic.
So the gun happens to be the same model as mine. Pure coincidence. But take a closer look. Only one of them has a laser pointer attached to it. Check the number of bullets left in the chamber. Only 2 shots fired, see? There's no evidence that I switched the guns, right?
Giving you too much credit? Hardly sounds like something you'd say.
Guess I'm just more modest than you. Well, except when I'm in front of a chessboard.
But we're not in front of a chessboard.
That's too bad. Don't use that as an excuse later. I didn't lose the game. I just couldn't find enough evidence.
You're the one who should have an excuse ready. You didn't beat me at chess. You only found the evidence.
End quote.
End quote.
Oh no.
Mr. Brushell's back here with the scoop too.
The hell are you? Get out of this plane.
Alright, pure coincidence. But take a closer look. Only one of them has a laser pointer attached to it because you could have taken it off and switched it, but you attached a laser pointer to the gun yourself.
Oh yeah? Prove it. Show me the evidence.
Well, that's...
You can't go around calling people liars without proof. Didn't your daddy teach you that? On that point, I've got my evidence on my side. Beep, beep, beep,
And
beep.
check the number of bullets left in the chamber. Only 2 shots fired, see? Something's been bothering me for a while now. What about the chamber of your own gun?
My woman here. Now that you mention it. Oh god.
He's married to his gun.
Wait a minute.
Been firing it off for a while now. Oh yeah.
Hang on, let me see. Every time he fires, he reloads the gun.
So there's no way to check its status from the time of the incident.
That's it. In order to switch the guns, he would have needed to reload the bullets. Knightley is barehanded, and he had no time to put on gloves when the switch was made.
Well, I think it's about time for you to resign. How about it, Prosecutor Edgeworth?
Wait, so how are we gonna... Do we have anything to... Because there's no way that I can present something to be like, hey, we need to check the fingerprints on the bullets inside the gun. Maybe I press this one, and I can get that option, maybe. If it's evidence, up.
Whoop. There isn't any, and if there is, show it to me.
We know there is, pal, don't we, Mr. Edgeworth? There's no time
He's
for
just
another
like-
investigation. I can only use what I have right now. Think. Consider all the possibilities.
If you've got something to show, let me know.
Evidence that Knightley switched the guns? Does that even exist?
There's no evidence that directly proves that Knightley switched the guns. Yet we know for a fact he did. If he didn't, there would be no explanation for the ballistic markings. I need to carefully consider the meaning behind every piece of evidence linked to his testimony. The truth must be there. I mean... Huh. So, that's the one that I pressed when we did the thing, but... I need to see... Because would we present that? Because how else would we be like, hey, we need to check the fingerprints on the gun? Or on the
Yeah.
bullets? Let me try it here, and if not here, I'll go on the next one. Seems like it's not this
Nope.
one. I don't see the point of your testimony.
Oh, and you think you're any better? Always rambling on and on.
Ow.
You're the one who can't make a straight point. You sure? You sure you have the capacity for this?
I know where you're going with that. I already know where your brain went with that. You need to calm down and think things over again. Alright, maybe it's here. Okay, it was on the next one that I had to do it. Okay. That evidence is this.
You call that evidence? Prosecutor Edgeworth, you're trying too hard.
Certain traces were left on this gun. Traces that prove this gun belongs to you.
Show it to me. What kind of piece you got? A rook? A bishop? It better not be a pawn.
Traces Knightley left on the gun are the fingerprints.
The fingerprints.
You left your fingerprints on this gun.
Fingerprints? Ha! That should be expected. I handled the gun earlier when I seized your evidence. Of course my fingerprints are on it.
Not what I mean.
Nope.
What if the fingerprints are in a place they should not be?
What? That's not possible.
Allow me to show you. There is one place where your fingerprints should not be. This piece of evidence will deal the final blow to you, to your king.
To you, king.
To you, king. All right. You over into. I want to make sure I zoom in and get in the right spot.
Chamber of Secrets.
That's not what I said. I wasn't going for the grip. This would be the grip. I've held the grip of several guns in the past, but it's never been a very pleasant feeling. It's not what I was aiming for. Okay, just hit the chamber?
Yeah.
There we go. Here, Detective Gumshoe, please have a look at the cylinder. 2 shots are fired, sir, but where would the fingerprints be? I mean, on the bullet? You made the switch when you seized the evidence earlier. However, if all you did was switch the guns, you would have been found out right away. That's because the number of bullets fired by the 2 guns are different. The gun found the audience had fired 2 shots, sir.
Then what about Mr. Knightley's gun?
He fired 2 shots at the balloon when he was on the stage. And later, 1 shot to kill Rook. 3 shots in total, not counting the number of shots he's fired since then. And after each of those times, you'd reload the bullets. Tell us, Knightley, were you wearing gloves when doing that?
Gah.
Whoopsies.
Officer, in your report earlier, where were Knightley's fingerprints found on the gun?
Sir, the prints weren't just found on the outside of the gun. They were also found on the bullets as well.
If all you did was handle the evidence, why would your fingerprints be on the bullets?
Gah, that's...
With this, it has been proven that you switched the guns. The gun which fired the bullet that took the victim's life.
Boy.
It belongs to you, Horace Knightley. You're the one who stole Rook's life. You were the true assassin.
I'm...
I was gonna fucking say it first because I knew that's what he was gonna pull, so I was gonna try and beat it, but I was too busy thinking, should I say checkmate here? And then checkmate. Oh my god, what?
Whoa.
Okay, there are a few flashbacks. Oh.
Was the blue badger there for a second?
There's the blue badger, and I swear the thinker also came crashing down on him, if I'm correct.
Oh no! I should have been made a leader. Me! Rook, that piece of scum. If it hadn't been for him, I would have had complete control over everybody. My assassination plan, it was perfect. My plan was perfect.
Detective Gumshoe, if you please. Roger that, sir.
He's like, I'm kind of scared to approach him. Edgeworth! This game isn't over yet, you hear me?
That's enough.
Oh boy. Tisk.
The rest of this game will continue in the courtroom.
Ayo! Damn it! Damn you! Gotta admit, it was a pretty clever plan.
Yeah?
He just forgot that if he had worn gloves,
Yeah?
he would have done it.
March 25th, 5:12 p.m., Gordon Lake Park. Stage. Why do you look buff again? Stop hiding your true form. You have my gratitude. You exposed a murder amongst my bodyguards, and for that, I am truly in your debt. As soon as he stepped outside the plane, he reverted back to his king-like persona. Some time ago when I proposed the fake assassination plan.
He's so buff. You want me and not Rook?
Rook declined, so I'm asking you. What do you say?
Alright, let's do this. I'll come up with the perfect plan. I can even use that guy as a chess piece.
When Ellie said that, his eyes were overflowing with hatred towards Rook. Frankly, I was quite anxious about asking lightly instead of Rook. Now that I recall those events, he probably sensed the anxiety in my countenance. Perhaps that is what gave him the impetus for murder. Mr. President, if you had not orchestrated that fake plan, this would not have happened. That is your sin. A sin that won't disappear. Yes, you are absolutely correct. You have my sincerest apologies. I too must bear some responsibility for this. Even so, I am most grateful to you. I thank you for solving the mystery of Rook's death. I am scheduled to stay in this country for a little longer. But if any of you ever wish to visit the Republic of Zhengfa, you will always be welcome.
Well, that's good to know. Be like, hey Lang, we know you're president now.
Yeah, don't worry, I won't be murdered tomorrow. Oh, that was a door.
Oh, lordy. Thank you. I'm so happy for you, Nicole.
You were set up as the suspect for the murder. Still, your involvement with the fake assassination plan remains a fact. You'll have to submit to police questioning later. You should know that there is still a possibility you may be charged with some crime.
Yeah, I know. Sorry about all this.
I understand you want to catch a scoop, but there's a line that should not be crossed.
I hear you. I promise to reflect on this. The rest of my life. We did it, Mr. Edgeworth. That was awesome. Prosecutor Edgeworth solves presidential assassination attempt. It's gonna be big news. Big news? Mr. Prosecutor, would you mind telling us how you feel about solving this case?
That was certainly a quick change of attitude. No comment.
Oh, don't be so ornery.
The reason is because this case is not over yet. Huh? Not over? What do you mean, sir? What shows that this case is not over yet? I mean, my assumption is that's going to be
Yeah,
the calling card that he just randomly dropped on us.
The killer's card.
The killer still hasn't carried out his request. You mean killing the president? I hope this doesn't turn into a larger incident.
Yeah.
An assassination attempt on the president of Zhengfa. News of this incident spread across the entire country. The mass media also hounded me as I began to prepare for the trial of Horace Knightley. Everyone had seen the news and everyone was talking about it. However, amidst the commotion, nobody noticed that the game had only just begun. I mean, this was the first episode of tutorial case of the game, but I mean, I shouldn't be aware of that.
The game had literally
in the world.
only just begun. Jeez.
Oh man,
The end.
that's the end of the game.
The game had just
Everything's
begun.
done.
The end. That was an interesting sequence.
Yes, it was, and that is the end of the first case of Ace Attorney Investigations 2 Miles Edgeworth Prosecutor's Path.
Prosecutor's Path.
It's gonna be a good one.
Okay.
I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I did that.
It rubbed off on you.
Yeah, you're right. But we'll be back tomorrow
Yes.
with the beginning of episode 2.
The next one.
Yes, it looked like it was entitled The Imprisoned Turnabout.
Ooh.
Sounds interesting, and
it
we're going to
does.
get into that tomorrow.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.